So what's going on?
Second.
What's the haps? What's the skinny? Tell me the scuttlebutt. Where's the tea?
Scuttlebutt.
Yeah,
What are you, 90 years old?
yeah. Grandma,
Scuttlebutt.
the scuttlebutt. So.
Is that a bug?
A bug?
Yeah.
I don't see one.
Oh, no, I meant scuttlebutt.
No, it's not.
What's it mean, actually?
Just like what's happening. What's going on that's interesting?
Somebody took that word
What's the gossip?
from Egypt and made it into something.
Maybe so, I don't know. But anyway,
She's the one that played it.
I wanted to know what's going on.
Otis, who did What's Going On?
Oh, what's going on? Otis Redding?
Was that Otis?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to know what's going on, but I don't know.
We'll get floods of comments just on that statement right there. Because
Nah.
I should know and I don't know. And
Nobody's going to comment or give you a hard time about that.
you should.
Okay, comment and give him a hard time about that, please.
Let's go. Marvin Gaye.
That's right. That's right. Good call.
What are we doing?
Suesueandthewolfman and the Wolfman and our dogs Boo Boo and Buster joining us in the studio today, but
She's mixing it up.
staying out of frame. I am mixing it up a little bit.
Okay.
My head's not quite right.
I've been saying that for a long time.
Okay, so I have to tell a quick story. We're going to be doing a song, covering a song by The Who. You don't have a watch, so cut it out. Years ago, my dad was in Seattle on business, and he got into an elevator with The Who. And he said, "Are you guys in some kind of rock band or something?" And Roger Daltrey said, "Yeah, The Who." And he said, "Who?"
The first time I ever heard a band named the Guess Who
Oh, yeah.
was exactly like that. I was like 9 years old.
Guess Who?
And they were like, I was like, what you listening to? The Guess Who. Or Guess Who or something. Like,
Well, this
really, who are
band-
you listening to?
The Guess Who?
Yeah.
I don't want to guess who you're listening to.
Right, exactly right. I was young, that was before my music career.
This band is called The Who H.U. So it's not even all the Who's down in Whoville, like Cindy Lou Who.
They need the money too, I've heard.
In Whoville?
Yes.
Yeah, someone came and stole their roast beast.
They didn't care. They sang over it, and that's why they're so poor. She didn't give them any money. Singing about stolen beef.
One of my favorite movies growing up. All right, we are going to cover Wolf Totem by The Who H.U. Kent suggested this a very long time ago when Wolfman was whining that he wanted to hear something. I can't remember what you were whining about, but
I whine
anyway.
about that so much, you can't keep up with it, unless you had a scorecard, and even then.
If I had a pencil and paper with me all the time and wrote down every time you whined about something.
You'd have to get out your pencils and your paper
Yeah,
for a pop quiz.
yeah, because you were even whining in your dream last night
I was.
about McDonald's not making
I was
things
mad.
right.
We went to McDonald's in New York and they didn't know how to make things. It's the McDonald's that make the same things in Russia that they make here.
But what's worth getting mad about?
That apparently was.
Yeah, I guess so. Can you get the screen into place with the thing and the guy?
Yes, I can. And you can too. I've seen you do it.
It takes me 40 tries. Okay, The Who, H.U., Wolf Totem. Okay, honey.
Wow.
So talk.
First of all, that is like something I don't think I've ever heard anything like that.
I was just
And
gonna say the same thing.
I like the use of traditional instruments, but also with some more modern drums, especially in the background. There's so many things, like when they first rode up on the motorcycles, and this is going to sound silly, but I was really interested in what they're riding on, right? Because I had a motorcycle. My father was a motorcycle enthusiast as well, and I saw what I thought said Triumph. Most of it was blurred out. You couldn't really see what they're riding. I thought I saw like a Yamaha and a Triumph maybe, but they look like Harleys, but they're not Harleys. Harleys are insanely expensive, and also are they from Mongolia? They mentioned the great Khan, Genghis Khan.
Right.
I don't know where he was from, but I'm thinking he's from Mongolia. Could be wrong, more than willing to be wrong. Some of it for me was their facial features and, you know, the way they wore their hair and stuff like that. But sound-wise, they never got away from that same chanting kind of. It was in the same key almost all the way through, and real chanting, and all the way through. Man, I loved that.
Yeah,
I loved it.
When he was first playing those strings,
Yeah.
it wasn't a traditional.
No, it's not a traditional guitar, and then he played bass. It looked like the bass line had 2 strings.
Right, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask you about,
Yeah.
because they showed him playing it up top,
Yeah,
but not down lower, so
Right.
you could see the instrument.
right.
But I really thought if I could get my hands on a little peyote, I would totally listen to this song with it.
They don't even know how to spell peyote in Arkansas.
Yes, they do. We're full of Native Americans here.
Well, okay. I'll
I mean,
give
they're
that.
everywhere.
I'll give it.
Not in a bad way.
I'm going to turn it off. Stop it. Just going to deal with. You
Well,
see?
you should have turned it off before we got in here.
I should have, would have, could have.
Yeah, that's true.
Shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth.
One thing, honestly, one thing I did as well is it made me want to go tear some shit up.
See, and that's what you like, is some music that's a little more aggressive.
Every now and then, I just want to burn, rape, and pillage. Rape, I'm not so hot on, but I'll do it for, you know,
No, you
for
won't.
tradition's sake.
Okay, you need to back up, because that 1 was ridiculous, 2 was not true, and 3 could be taken out of context. So back up. You'd like to pillage and skip the rape
Let me
part.
tell you
And
something. If you don't know me by now and you're watching this channel, just click off, go to another channel.
well, they might not know us because we've never done the Who before. So he didn't mean that part. Anyway, I enjoyed it. And also, it sounds silly, but the video just fits so well.
It really did.
With the music,
It really
that I
did.
was, you know, kind of captured by the video as much as I was the music.
At the beginning it was horses, right? So you expected that. And then they rode up on motorcycles, you know, and the motorcycles, even though they're certainly, you know, way more modern within the last 100 years or so, right?
Right, yeah.
Or earlier, but not much earlier. That, and the way that they did it was so tastefully done that you could almost see on the great steps, you know, wherever they were, the plains, wherever they were, you could almost see them 2,000 years ago riding up on a motorcycle.
Yeah, it was that cool the way they melded the 2 times, and around the fire, you know, and I guess the guy on the horse had a wolf totem. I'm not
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So does a wolf totem protect you from all the other animals?
I don't know. I guess in that world, I guess the wolf is the highest predator, right? Is there any higher predator than a wolf?
I don't know. I think a tiger's pretty.
Yeah, but you don't have tigers in where they are.
Yeah, but they talked about if a tiger comes and if a lion comes.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was going to ask you, that's the question I was going to ask you. What do you think of the lyrics?
Well, I was just trying to follow along with them. They seem very ceremonial, tribal, ancient in some ways, and they fit with it. That's all I can
thought
say.
so.
You know,
I
I was
thought so.
paying attention to a lot of things at one time, so I did catch as many of the lyrics as I could, but then I wanted to look at the horse, or I wanted to see what the bottom of that bass looked like.
Shiny things.
What do you call the difference between a bass guitar and a bass? Is that just it, bass guitar and a bass, you know, the long
Yeah,
cello-y bass?
The stand-up bass.
Stand-up bass?
Yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
a cello?
bass, I think, for me, again, just for me, what distinguishes a bass and an electric bass is that one's acoustic. You stand up and play it, or, you know, you can have it, but electric bass would be like an electric guitar, but it had the pickups built in, There'd
Okay.
be 4 strings, same thing. So if you played an electric bass, you could play an acoustic bass, and then back and forth. You might not have the same ability
The
from one
fingering.
to the other. The fingering is going to be exactly the same, except that it's going to be this way. If you're talking about an acoustic bass,
Right.
you know, it's big stand-up bass, but
Right.
instead of this way, it's going to be this way.
All right. Well, that's interesting to know. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Well, we're going to go ahead and close out now. If you liked our video, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, hit the notification bell so you see when we have things coming out. Comment down below and let us know more about The Who, and share with your friends. At the bottom of the screen there'll be 2 buttons, one to subscribe and one to donate to our channel. And at this point we'll just say, until we see you again, be blessed.
Hey, and don't hurt anybody, especially the Who.
Nope, don't hurt The Who.